pay attention to some other stories that we've been bringing to you here on the Pulse. Price of goods and services are also up by some 31.7% as of July this year. Now, latest figures released by the Statistical Service indicates that there was a 3.1% jump in the prices of goods and services. That rate is moving from the 29.8% recorded in June this year. The latest figure was the highest recording since December of 2003, surpassing the market forecast of some 30.8%. Isaac Kofi is with our research desk, joins us now with details of why we're experiencing the escalating rate of prices on the market. But Kofi, first of all, give us a sense of how bad the situation is now on the market.
Yeah, so I was saying that the current headline inflation rate of 31.7% simply means that we are about 4 times away from our current inflation target of 8 plus or minus 2. And in effect, we are currently seeing inflation as the biggest tax component on our, disposable income. This simply means that if for nothing at all, what you have as your disposable income has actually diminished or is actually reducing just because of inflation. So 3 times in a row, right from April, May, June, and July, that's 4, we are seeing, just like we see on your screens, imported inflation being more than the local inflation. But in terms of disaggregation, we have items like food being more than the headline inflation of 31.7%. So bread has gone up by 57.1%. We have payment of rent also gone up by 46.4%. We have cooked rice has gone up by 27.2%. Bars and church fares up by 42.3%. And smoked fish or herrings, which we usually call amane, has also gone.
Yeah, and that brings in the perspective. That brings in the perspective about food inflation.
Exactly. So we have the current food inflation rate being, more than the headline inflation of 31.7%. Pleasant.
So what this then means is that you'd have to pay more for food items, right?
Exactly. So it simply means that there's currently, so much pressure on consumers, disposable income, because inflation, in actual sense, act like, an invincible tax on your income. So it simply means that the higher the inflation rate, the higher what you have as disposable income diminishes. So if you could afford goods with a certain amount of money, it simply means that you would have to, get more money to afford the same amounts of good. But if you look at on the side of regional breakdown, you can see that in the south we are seeing food inflation rates being higher than the headline inflation rate. So for the first time probably in a row, we have the western region recording inflation rates for food items being 44.8%, being higher than the headline inflation, followed by the central region, 41.8%, eastern region at 39.7%, and even the greater Accra region being number 4, with 33.3%.
And what's more triggering is the inflation of some luxury products such as alcohol, right?
Exactly. Yeah. It's alcohol, non-alcohol and beverages are high, but you can also see alcohol also being high. And then also products like diesel and then petrol. But people are saying that, when times are hard, people go ahead to consume certain kinds of food. Probably that's why we are seeing, the price of alcohol and other things going up. So, but they all have, inflation rates probably higher than the headline inflation of 31.7%.
Isaac Kofi with our research desk there. JoyNews has been on the streets of Accra, engaging some traders on what they think about the escalating prices.
The rate of inflation, however, slowed down in July. The marginal increase over that of June reflects the increasing cost of operations for businesses, which is influenced by a rise in fuel prices. 6 divisions led by transport recorded inflation rates higher than the national average of 31.7%. Government statistician Professor Samuel Kobnenim explains.
Specifically, transport 4.9%, followed by housing, water, electricity and gas 3.8%, food and non-alcoholic beverages 3.3%.
Mobile because no man angasa ukofano ho mobile 15 na de jibaye 2 sidia omsio teso 2 sina krampa montu am ye de entua ne papa nti say like omsa tutu dia mobile de ha
bossa do say ye no wende so mama ye bra papa iti petrol na ento so be won wasa driver ni di car be kwa adwuma no baba na okura ne nsapan na won kura sika no wo sugu no mu esa ahomate ye nya fo so yakwadwam ne yakoto ade beton a obi beto a wo su ye yakoto no so yesu esa ne yehu dia ye hu ti ye pa ne chopa ye pa ne chow nti ma ne ntusu biem eye de eduro na ye sere no onwu ye mobo ne ye mobo
akase za ba tu no man biem dia ne na e de dan de ensimi no otisia no e za ba tu no man biem a mentiase anoma na debia alije bia yatum sia aduma wo yanso enko nanim ye za tu no man biem de mni aba yanti men to se fast no de akase ya to ade a ane na de anunso ye bebrewom alisi akwa asichire kura keke asichire keke ebu adaso no enti amane to no ayebesa sane na verse ya to ade no ana ukweska na enso za ubadidi uba kwata to ba to nso wewe ete se usiga asan enti sane ade to no de aso atekwa
wo muso wo munsa tum a sisia wanti me ya sisia wanti me nkonto musa tum a wo ba ya da no wo ba sa akwafa nema wanti me nko nti sisia no boye dimbebia ya kwasuro dodo ne pe wo ha wo munyina wo bi wo ha wo bi wo ha wo ya wo hia ne wo bi wo ha wo ya panyi ne nyina ya pe ne pa ne nyina ya pe nti wo meya sa sisia wiase no obi antimi hu ayadi they say niema boarding ena mo be san to niema ena na esi eja de ton ne ye bopro no ko se sempo ye hunu ye hwa no na bia mo be san kan se be de wo mai shi ni hwa ye be yi ti kro no ne ye bebo uni pa ku shi obi na betimi na no wo testa no wa bro no adwini ska na ko be se ne nko ye te se first no na kwa smooth na fia enye.
Well, the Ghana Union of Traders is also reacting to this. Joining us now is the president of the group, Dr. Joseph Obeng. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. So here we are. The inflation is going up again, 31.7%. You say that your businesses are being affected. Briefly explain to us why.
Down further. It is not good for businesses. All the indicators are bad. Interest rate is bad. And I'm praying that this thing is not going to trigger any increase in the monetary policy rate, as they have always used as the reason for increasing. Now, our consumers, we are thinking about consumer. Much as the inflation has made their purchasing powers gone down, we are also finding it difficult to even reduce goods for them. We still have to even increase the goods when their purchasing power is down because of the factors of exchange rate and then the increase in the interest rate and other factors. So where are we going? We have to find a solution to this. Otherwise, businesses will crash and collapse.
You issued a statement on Sunday calling and drawing the attention of government to this. Are you set to engage the Trades Ministry on this?
Yeah, I've told you we have already sent most of the input as was spelled out in our press release to the Finance Ministry through the input in the budget, and then also through our Setup Ministry, some of these concerns we articulate to them verbally. And so we came to make this press release, and we are waiting that will be called, or as we suggested, that all stakeholders be convened, and that we all help government to find some solution to this problem.
You're asking that a committee be set up to look into issues relating to the depreciation of the cedi. Are you still standing by some of these calls?
What else can we do? We have reached the crossroads. The fact that we need other human resources, resourceful people to come on board, to brainstorm and help take us out, because it's for all of us. It's not only for government. So the onus lies on all of us to come together. And I believe it will serve in the interest of the government itself to bring us so that we own the problem together and we solve it together.
All right then, Dr. Joseph Obeng is the president of the Ghana Union of Traders Association. Obviously, he has some engagement, so you'd have to leave us now. But thank you so much, sir, for your time here on The Pulse. But here's